And that's our first grind session. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Heartgold. We got a lot to do, so I decided to make that route a grind session. And because I didn't have anything else interesting to say. But right now we're gonna do a cool thing in Pokemon Heartgold, and that's the bug catching contest. I believe it only happens on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays? Question mark. But there's only 2 cool Pokemon that I would recommend catching if you want a bug type, and surprisingly there is one of them that I want to use on my team. So I'm gonna try to hunt for one while I talk to the NPCs around here. If you come here on the days where there isn't a bug catching contest, there will be some trainers you can battle, but if you're doing the bug catching contest, there's actually no trainers you can battle. You can collect items, but you're on a time limit, so I would recommend you just get down to it and find the Pokemon you need. And I cannot find a Pokemon that I need. I'm only getting Caterpies and stuff like that. What the heck? Maybe this is it? No. Here we go. Yes! Okay. You may notice I've already caught this Pokemon. I did a record. I recorded earlier, but I guess it somehow got deleted. So yeah. So technically, I already caught this Pokemon, but now I'm catching another one, and that Pokemon is Pinsir. Pinsir is a Gen 1 bug type Pokemon. Its counterpart is Heracross. Overall, Heracross is a bit better, mainly because it has a better stab on the bug type, and it has stab on fighting type, whereas Pinsir only has the normal bug type. Though it has its benefits, so pick your poison. But Heracross would generally be overall better. But personally, I like Pinsir because in the Pokemon anime, Pinsir was so cool how it cracked Metapod's shell. But yeah, the other cool Pokemon and the more popular one would be Scyther. And the main reason why Scyther is so popular is because it evolves to the famous Scizor and its famous bullet punches. But I want to use Pinsir because I think Pinsir is freaking cool. And it's a little underrated Pokemon. But yeah, you can technically catch more Pokemon, but you can only keep one of the Pokemon you catch. So I would just say you keep the best one you think it is. And now so once you finish, we got 3rd place with a Pinsir gets us 3rd place. Oh wait, 2nd place is Pinsir. Everything was a Pinsir. Okay, so 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place was Pinsir. At least we made it to the podium. Yeah, we got a Citrus Berry, which is pretty cool. I think if you get 1st place, you can get a Shiny Stone. But yeah, I actually don't know what to name this, so I'm gonna hold off on naming this until I think of a cool name or a funny pun. But yeah, let's check our Pinsir out. Actually, let's see what nature we got. Relaxed nature, so that's plus defense minus speed. We got the Mold Breaker ability, so that's the one I wanted. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna quickly heal and then start training again, I guess. Okay, so in the previous episode, we skipped this portion, and that's mainly because Well, there's some trainers, and I wanted to use Pinsir to start grinding because he needs to be at a certain level to get a certain move that I want. But if you go in the building before, you can get a fashion case. But yeah, that's kind of about it. I don't think I'm gonna use it, so. And I guess you can use it if you want to, but I'm personally not gonna use it. But there are some trainer battles. No one here will give you their phone numbers, but it's a good place to grind. It isn't mandatory to grind here, but the cool thing about this place is you can take pictures here, and we can dress up as Team Rocket. So for the first time in a long time, we can dress as the villain. I'm gonna be honest, all black kind of looks good on our character. Look at our team. Look at our team. It is coming together. 4 team members. If you talk to this hiker here, it's more of a decoration thing. I'm personally not gonna do this because I just don't see the appeal to it. I think if you talk to the hiker, you can find your pictures here, but I'm not gonna do it. But that's because I don't see myself coming here ever again. So, but if you pay this guy $100, he'll give you some stuff for your fashion case. I think that's about it for here. I think on certain days, if you come down here, there'll be people here selling some stuff. I don't know which days, but on certain days, certain people come. If you have the Togepi, you might want to consider coming here to, you know, increase your happiness. So it'll evolve into a Togetic a lot quicker. But it's only a once per day thing, so yeah. Thankfully there's only 4 trainers here, so it shouldn't be that hard. Unless you're unlucky like me who gets paralyzed half the time. I really gotta restock on my items here. But no, I don't think there's anything over here. No, there doesn't seem to be anything over here. No entry on this one, but I do believe we'll have to make a comeback here, so you might as well knock out these trainers right now, so you don't have to deal with them later on in your storyline. Do you say anything important? No. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. So as you can see, suddenly we're going supersonic speed. I decided to do another speed montage. I thought about adding music, but I already started recording and I don't want to reset my recording, so I'm just gonna watch this playthrough. Pinsir kind of like execute is difficult to train in the beginning, mainly because Pinsir's main attack moves when you catch it is bind and seismic toss. Seismic toss does a set damage based off your level, and since we're only level 15, it's only going to do 15 damage, and bind is just a pathetic move. But Pinsir has crazy high attack stat, and it's some solid defense. Its special defense isn't that great, but it's passable. And its speed is mediocre too. Compared to Heracross though, Heracross has lower defense, but higher special defense. But the main reason I decided to go with Pinsir is because, I don't know, I feel like he's the underdog. I feel like a lot of people choose Heracross over Pinsir, which I understand, it's moves and accessibility and all that, but I don't know, Pinsir is just cooler to me, I guess. But yeah, in the anime, Ash's Heracross is pretty cool, but that Samurai's Pinsir was awesome. You know what? Maybe I should name my Pinsir Pinch Her, because our Pinsir's a woman. So Pinch Her, little pun. Maybe I'll do it. But yeah, this seismic toss though, if you're like level 100, it'll do much better damage, or if you're doing like a multiplayer where it's fixed at level 50, at least it'll be consistent damage. But in a playthrough like this, when you're starting off so low, it's not a move I would recommend you teach your Pokemon or keep for the long term. But yeah, all these items here, they're pretty easy to get, so I'm not gonna really describe them. The only important one is the TM28 Dig and the Soothbill. Dig is a 2-turn move, ground move, which might be good for Pinsir. And the Soothbill is pretty cool if you whatchamacallit, have the Togetic, Togepi, so you can evolve it faster to Togetic, or like a Zubat if you want to evolve it faster. But yeah, I think we're all coming an end to this grind session. I know it's a lot, but there are a lot of trainers, and I honestly want to get out of Goldenrod City because we spent about 2 episodes in Goldenrod. This is our 2nd episode in Goldenrod City, so yeah, I think this is our last trainer, so thankfully it's over. But yeah, and we finally learned Revenge at level 18, which is the Pokemon move I wanted. You can't really proceed after that because you use. Oh. Huh. Oh my. Okay, so we got a Togepi from the egg. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna name it. I don't plan on using it, but there's the egg. Okay, so let's see what type of Togepi we got though. Calm Nature. Oh, we got the crappy one. We got the Hustle one. You want Serene Grace on your Togepi, but I don't know. But yeah, I just healed my Pokemon after the grind session. You can't really proceed out of Goldenrod City until you beat the gym leader, and this gym leader is notorious for being a really challenging gym leader, and that's because the gym leader Ace Pokemon is a nightmare, and I would highly recommend you have female Pokemon instead of male if you're gonna come here and fight. But overall, the other Pokemon's trainer is actually not too bad. I'm just gonna use this time to train up Sunnyside, because Sunnyside didn't get too much action when I was training. And that's primarily because I wanted Pinsir to learn a fighting type move. Revenge is an interesting move, I suppose. It always goes last, but if it gets hit, it kind of does double damage, so it's kind of a Uno reverse, I guess. But Sunnyside, it was definitely hard to train her, I guess. But it's just the moves Sunnyside gets. It's so weak. There is a Solar Beam TM in the Goldenrod shopping area. I forgot the name, but I don't plan on teaching it because we don't have the Sunny Day TM, so it would feel. And Sunny Day, Solar Beam is a 2-turn effect unless the sun is up, so it wouldn't make sense just to give Solar Beam and just wait 2 turns every time we want to use it. And it's gonna learn a grass type move pretty soon. I think like level 17 it learns Bullet Seed, but it's not the best, but at least we'll get some stat damage on it. But now that I'm thinking about it, we'll probably still be using Uproar because it'll probably do more damage because the physical attack on the Execute is pretty weak. But oh damn, my voice cracked a bit. But Uproar, I mean, thankfully these Pokemons aren't too challenging, so Uproar should be more than enough. But you know, okay, so notice how an Execute sprite, like right here, there's only 4 eggs and 1 of them is cracked. Okay, now pay attention to this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 normal ones and 1 cracked one. Suddenly there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. So where are the other eggs from? You know what I mean? Like where did the other 2 eggs come from? Were they just hiding? They're like, you know what? I don't want to battle. You know what? I'm sorry. They're like, I just didn't want to battle, Chief. I'm gonna let the other eggs handle it. Send the cracked one. He's already cracked. He doesn't have any more to live. I don't know. I just thought that was a little funny. If you didn't laugh, then it's not nice. You probably should laugh. You know, it's a cool joke. I'm gonna switch out here. Because I think Meowth knows Bite, and Bite will probably may kill us. So we're gonna send out Pinsir. Oh, it only needs Scratch, so we could have been fine. And we're gonna use Revenge. Also, it does learn Bite. Yeah, but Pinsir has pretty good physical defense. Unfortunately, it is a bug type, so it can't maximize that defense. It does resist the fighting types. Fighting types and other bug types, I suppose, but that's more or less it. So it's not the best physical wall. It's more of a physical attacker. Does a lot of damage though. Unfortunately, compared to Heracross though, its damage, the move damage output is pretty low. Like Heracross gets access to Mega Horn, whereas Pinsir's best bug type move is on X-Scissor. So 120 base move versus what an 80 power base move. It's a big difference. So, you know, that's why a lot of people prefer Heracross. But who cares? We're using Pokemon that don't usually get a chance to shine. And that's fine with me, because you can't go wrong with Pinsir, because its design is peak. It is absolute peak design. You cannot go wrong with a good old Pinsir. There's a Snubble. Probably no Bite as well. Probably send Vegan, because I don't know. I feel like Vegan hasn't had a chance to do a lot of work lately. I feel like Vegan's been slacking off. Come on, drag together. Oh, why are you licking me? You know what I realized? Okay, so our character, starting from home, did not wash at all. But we go to other buildings, and we also notice that in these other buildings, there's some washrooms. So that tells me in the Pokemon world, nobody showers or brushes their teeth. And there's no plumbing system in the Pokemon world. So it's covered with poop and trash. It's pretty much New York right now. Anyways, let me drink some water. My throat's getting parched. A little ASMR for those who like ASMR stuff. Yeah, but if you have a fighting type or anything that resists normal type, you won't have too much of a struggle in this gym, or at least with the trainers. But if you don't have a Pokemon that resists normal type or can be super effective against normal type, it'll definitely give you a headache for sure. I would definitely, if you want like a good fighting type right now, I would definitely do the Drowsy trade in that mall. You get a Machop, and it does pretty good work. Or pick yourself a Heracross, or a Pinsir, or Geodude, or something with good physical defense. Because trust me, normal types, they're kind of like jack of all trades, but they only have one weakness, and that's fighting. So, and this early on in the game, some of these normal types have pretty solid stats, especially the gym leader base. Anyways, enough of me yapping about that. You know what I miss? Or what I always wanted to try? I wanted to try those ice cream tacos. You know what? I'm actually looking up. What are they called? Let me look it up right now. Hold up. I'm gonna look it up. Where is Safari on my thing? I'm like old man right now. I can't. Okay. Ice cream tacos. Okay, what were they called? Choco tacos, is that what is it? Is that what they call? The Choco taco. So apparently they stopped production in 2022. But why? Huh. Apparently Cold Stone is selling Choco Tacos, but their own version is called Waffle Ice Cream Taco. Huh, that just sounds like a wordful. Okay, hold up. Ice cream tacos. Why did they stop making? Huh. Okay, according to ChatGPT, it says they discontinued the Choco Tacos in July of 22 due to an unprecedented surge in demand for other more popular products across their portfolio. To ensure they can keep up with the supply of other items, they made the tough decision to stop production. So I guess it's because the other products, but I thought Choco Tacos were pretty popular. I guess they weren't as popular as the other ones. What do you know? I learned something new today. I thought they stopped making it because, like, I don't know. I guess they just, maybe they just discontinued it because people didn't like them. But then I remember hearing, like, people were, like, upset. So I assumed it was a popular ice cream. So I was a little confused why. What do you know? I'm sorry. I just realized I was talking about chocolate tacos when I'm supposed to be commenting on my Pokemon clip. Anyways, okay, that's enough about chocolate tacos. I think this last come on, Sunnyside, that shit. You should be able to take this out now. Come on. Don't make me regret choosing you. Alright, okay. I think that was the last Pokemon. Yeah, so that's the last Pokemon. I'm gonna quickly heal and come back. And yeah, let's go fight the gym leader. And this gym leader, I would really recommend you plan for this. Because Whitney is a big SOB. If you know what that means, you know what it means. But I ain't gonna say it because I don't know. The moves are always on the screen, and she starts off with a level 17 Clefairy. We're gonna set up a Leech Seed because Sunnyside isn't the best attacker, and Clefairy can't really hit hard, but she has Metronome, and that it just picks like a random move, so sometimes you might get unlucky and just die from like a guillotine or a sheer cold, right? I also would recommend, if you do have a female Pokemon, you lead with that, because Whitney's ace move is Attract, and if you are a male, you will be infatuated. It is kind of like the same thing as Confusion, but instead of attacking yourself, you won't be able to attack them. You'll just pretty much be wasting your turn half the time. So I would either recommend you use a female Pokemon or have a Pokemon that can one-shot the normal types, like a good fighting move. That's what I would recommend. That's why I was stressing about having fighting move. But because we have Sunnyside as our female, we can just kind of set up a Leech Seed and just start attacking with Uproar. Leech Seed plus Uproar, it might take some time, but it will definitely help us in the long run. Uproar is not the best move, so yeah, you see that it doesn't even do much damage at all. But with the Leech Seed damage, oh, now we can't even get out. Stupid me. But with the Leech Seed damage, we can always get consistent recovery and consistent damage. So, you know, let's say I don't need to explain that. It's kind of common sense. Now we gotta do this all over again. Execute. Why can't you be stronger? Why can't you be stronger, Sunnyside? Come on. Okay. That's fine, we can do this all over again. I got nothing but time. I am just recording right now. Okay, Metronome, do something weak. You did C-Bomb. Okay. I won't do a lot, but that was interesting. C-Bomb. Okay, now we get some more recovery. The Leech Seed was a good decision for us. I think maybe 2 or 3 more Uproars. with Leech Seed damage should be enough to take out the Clefairy. Natural Gift. Natural Gift is a move based off the berry, but since Clefairy doesn't hold the berry, we should be fine. I think this last Uproar should be more than enough with the Leech Seed. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Damn, good thing Clefairy didn't get that move consistent, because we would have been in big trouble otherwise. There's a small flying battle. Anyways, her big bad Pokemon is her level 19 Milk Tank. This Pokemon is a nightmare to deal with. Like Pinsir, it's a fully evolved Pokemon, so it has pretty good stats right now. It's physically bulky. It's relatively hard. It's fast. But the most annoying thing is that it has Attract and Stomp. Stomp has a good chance of flinching, and I missed. Oh, damn, that's not good. But yeah, if you had a male, Stomp flinches plus Attract, oh, that is a menace. But luckily, our Pinsir is also a female, so that means Attract won't do much. And we have pretty solid physical defense. And we got the Leech Seed recovery, so I think one solid revenge should be more than enough to knock you out. Yeah, and especially if you attack us first, the revenge will be... Okay, let's try this again. If we use revenge and not get flinched, yeah, it should be double powered, so it's super effective, and it should be more than enough to... Yeah, okay. So we did knock out Milk Tank. We did have some trouble, but it wasn't like crazy trouble. So I think we got pretty lucky. Oh, not lucky. We were more prepared, and we finally learned a Grass type move for Sunnyside. I'm gonna get rid of Reflect because I still want to use Hypnosis and Leech Seed, and Reflect is a good move, but moving forward from here, I don't think it'll be too useful. And if I wanna teach it again, I can teach it again through the TM. But yeah. Yeah. So Whitney will not give you her gym badge, and so you have to kind of like walk out, and then the NPC's gonna come up to you, and then you come back, and then you get the plain badge from a plain girl. What a loser! What a sore loser. But we finally have the third gym badge, and we have TM45 as a reward for that. And it's Attract. But luckily, we didn't see this because it's annoying. But she recommends we go to the dome. I can't pronounce the other word, but it's not mandatory. So I'm gonna do that. I might do it like as a mini screen, what I usually do for side quests. But yeah, I think that's about it for this episode, which frankly we did a lot. We did more than a lot. We did crap. But yeah, I'm gonna call Professor Elm because I don't think we actually got a call from Professor Elm regarding the Pokemon egg. So in the next episode, we're gonna check out the dome, probably on a side view, like a mini screen. I'm gonna drop off the egg in the mini screen. So the main thing we're gonna do is move on to the next city. That's what we gotta do. But yeah, the dome, I would recommend you go there if you have a Stone Evolution Pokemon like me, and you want to come to this house because you'll get the water thing, Squirt Bottle. But yeah, besides that, I think that's it. So, alright, bye guys.